I'm at a loss for words. So somebody slid in my DMs over the weekend, which is fine. It happens, right? But like, I just think you guys should know that this is not working. At least for me. It's not working at all. He slid in my DMs, first started off with like, you're so pretty, you're so gorgeous, all this, thank you. How was your day? And he asked, can I ask you for a favor? I said, I'm afraid to say what? That should be your first sign that the next comment should not be anything inappropriate. But no, he didn't get the memo. He says, can you sit on my face? I don't even know, like, fellas, if you're sliding into our DMs in 2025, you better be standing out, because I'm telling you from personal experience, there's probably quite a few unread messages. On TikTok, I think I have like 200 and something. Like, it's ridiculous, okay? Be different. If I choose to respond to you, getting into anything without meeting in person first is absolutely not okay. And I'm really curious, like I've said it before, but damn, does this really work for you guys? Because I just gotta believe you wouldn't be doing it at 30 and 40 if it wasn't. But like, what kind of women is this working on for you? Like, can you sit on my face and you haven't even asked me anything about myself? Like, this isn't Tinder. Like, I don't know, you guys. Does it work? I want to know. I'm curious.
This creator starts off giving advice to a queen out there who's frustrated that social media isn't treating her the way she imagined it would. She wants the clout, the views, the engagement, but without any of the noise that comes with being visible online. And that right there is the modern dilemma. Everyone wants to be seen, but nobody wants to deal with what being seen actually attracts. You know, this right here is a perfect example of modern internet culture in a nutshell. Everybody wants the spotlight, but nobody wants the set effects that come with it. And before we dive in, drop a comment. Are modern men more delusional, or is it the ladies? Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what we expose next. Now, let's break this down. She puts herself out on TikTok on multiple platforms, sharing her life, her looks, her personality. But somehow, she still believes she's going to be the exception. She believes that she is the one person who can be widely visible online, yet completely immune to unsolicited attention. As if visibility comes with a custom filter that blocks everything she doesn't like. That's not how the internet works. And deep down, she knows that here's the uncomfortable truth. When you open the door, you don't get to control who walks in. The guy who says, hey, come over here in her DMs. That's not a glitch. That's the ecosystem. That's the nature of the beast. Social media has never been a curated admiration gallery. It's a digital jungle. And in the jungle, you don't get to complain that the animals are being animals. The narrator even uses himself as an example, a hypothetical, but we all know what he's saying. You put yourself out there, you're going to get attention. Not just the flattering kind. Not just the high-value, polished, high-quality attention. You're going to get the weird messages, the unwanted offers, the unrealistic requests, the eyebrow-raising DMs. It happens to men. It happens to women. It happens to anyone who becomes public face. That's the trade-off. But here's where the delusion kicks in. She's mad at the wrong thing. The problem isn't the men sending the messages, because that has been happening literally since the dawn of the internet. The real issue is the expectation that she can show up publicly, but only receive the attention she personally approves of. That's not reality. That's not how the algorithm or human nature works. Even the most average creators, even people who aren't trying to be seductive or bold or controversial, get attention from every direction. Because the moment you step onto a public platform, you're stepping into a global space where millions of personality types exist, and not all of them are refined. Here's the punchline. If you're getting attention online, all kinds of attention, that means your content is doing exactly what you designed it to do. Attract eyes. Just not always the eyes you wanted. And complaining about unwanted attention while continuing to post is like saying you want to swim but you don't want to get wet. It just doesn't add up. So the real question isn't, why are men sending these messages? It's this. Do you believe that posting any kind of content in 2025 to millions of strangers will magically shield you from the uncomfortable side of attention? If the answer is no, and it should be no, then the conversation is over. The expectation was the problem all along.